Everyone, welcome to TPD. I'm Rajay Gupta bringing to you the first lecture on the social studies SST. This video will be basically about the introduction of the syllabus. So let's begin. See, in the class 5th, class 4 and class 3rd, you had read about social studies just only in one book. But in the class 6, when you are here, you will learn social studies three books in three books. First book will be for geography. First book will be for the geography. See, this book is for the geography. The earth our habitat. This is the cover page of the geography book. This geography is basically divided into the 8 chapters. First chapter is the earth in the solar system. We will read in this chapter about the solar system and the location of the earth and some features of the earth. Then second chapter will be about the globe. We will learn about the globe, types of the globe, what is the longitude and the longitudes. Third chapter about will be the motion of the earth. There are the two types of motion which done by the earth, revolution and the rotation. Full chapter number 4 will be about maps, types of man, what is the maps. Then further moving to the chapter number 5, this will be about the major domains of the major domains means we will read about domains like hydrosphere, lithosphere, biosphere and atmosphere. Then in the chapter number 6 we will learn about the different type of the landforms. Landform means like plateau, mountains, etc., etc., etc. How they form we will learn in this chapter. Then chapter number 7 will be about our own country, India. India location, neighboring country of the India, about the natural vegetation of the India, about the soil of the India. Then in the chapter number 8 we will learn about the climate, which type of climate found in the India, vegetation and the wildlife. Wildlife means which type of the animals, insects and the vegetation means types of the plant we will learn. So, and this will be the textbook for the history, which name is the Our Past First. Our Past First forward. Past means the things which have been gone away from us. So there's the so many generation, so many historical background about our the old peoples. So we will learn about something about them in the textbook of the history. The history textbook have the three parts. First one is part first, second will be in the class 7 and third one will be in the class 8. The first part of the history deals with the ancient India. Ancient Indian history will be read. The chapter, this chapter and it means this book deals with 11 chapters. First is why study history, why should we learn about the history or we know about the history, this will be about. Then chapter 1 will be what, where and when. Suppose we are taking an example like in the region of the Indus river, as, in the region of the Indus river, some archaeologists have the found city which is known as the Harappa city, Mohenjo-daro city. So what was that, where that found, what was the work and when it was grounded. So basically if archaeologists are finding something in the somewhere, so what are the importance of the that, what is the place of the that we have found. So basically this is about the history. Then second chapter will be about the humans who were in the past time hunter and the gatherers, means they hunt on the animals and gather the food in the forest. Third chapter will deals with the in the earliest city. The city in which we are living today is, it was very much different from the ancient one. So we will learn about the that time city, in what kind it was, to good. From today we will learn about Harappa city, Mohenjo-daro city. Chapter number mm, chapter number 4 deals with the what books and the burials tells us. We have found so many books, and the burials means where an dead body is buried under the land. We have the found. Then what is the significance of those? We will learn in the chapter number 4. Then chapter number fifth will we will learn in this we will learn in this chapter about the story of different kings like Asoka, Samudragupta, etc., etc. Chapter number 6. Chapter number 6 is about the new question and the idea. There were so many religions in India like Hinduism, and there were so many scholars who raised question about our religion. What happened with our body, our soul after the death? So they had so many questions regarding the religion, and they to find out those answer of to find the answer of those questions, they moved from their home to the jungles. Then they started the new religions and ideas like Buddhism, Jainism. We'll read in this chapter. Chapter number 7 is about again a story of a king who gave up on the war, whose name is Ashoka. Then chapter name 8 is about the vital village surrounding the town. We will read the story of the villages and town of the ancient time. Chapter number 9 will be about the true kings and the pilgrims. We will just relate the kings and the travelers who come to the India during the kingdom of any king. And chapter number 10 will be about the new empires and the kings. Again, after some times, kings were changing and new king were making their empire. So we will learn about what happened when the Mughal Empire collapsed and the other kingdoms they established. Then last chapter will be about buildings, painting, and the books. There are so many buildings, paintings, buildings like the temples, like the halls, they were making for the bedroom, their homes, and there's so many paintings they do on the stones, on the caves, in the caves, and they wrote so many books. So this is total we have to read in the history. Then third slide, you can see this is your third book of the social study, social and the political life. Means we have to learn about our surrounding. We are living in a society. So what are the different aspects of the society? How is the society is governed by the government? So basically it deals in this book. This is the cover page you can see, and the contents of this book is here. Basically this book is again divided into 9 chapters. First one is about the understanding diversity. Diversity means suppose in the class there are the 10 students. Each student are different from other. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? Of course, each student are the different from the other one. Similarly, in the society, there are the so many community living, and they are different from each other. This is the means of diversity. And see, where the diversity exists, there also discrimination exists. Do you agree or not? This is about the second. Discrimination means, for example, you are someone is coming first in the classroom, okay, I am giving them prize, and someone coming second in the class, I am beating them. So what I'm doing with what I am doing with you all, with you both, I am appreciating the first one, but I am punishing the second one. So this is the what this terminology is known as the discrimination. I am discriminating on both on the basis of marks. Third chapter is what is government. We will learn what is the government, whom we government call, what are their functions. We will learn in the next one chapter, chapter number 4. Then fifth chapter will be about panchayats. You are living in the village, so you are just familiar with the term panchayat. Panchayat means the in a village where some people are have right to the voting, and their collection is known as the panchayat. we will need the panchayat, then the rural administration and the urban administration. What kind of administration runs in the village, and what kind of administration is run in the cities known as the urban. Then in the chapter number 8 we will learn about the rural livelihood, means and chapter number 9 will be about the urban livelihood, means people are people who are living in the village area. They do some kind of job to earn money, and same time the people who are living inside the city, they also do some kind of work. So what kind of the job they do and how they earn their money, in this chapter we will learn. Okay, this slide deals with the our national anthem. You can say national anthem is Jana Gana Mana Dinayak Jana. Do you know this? This Jana Gana Mana Dinayak means national anthem was written by the Rabindranath Tagore and in the Bangla language basically. And after that, on the saying of the Gandhiji, it was converted into Hindi language and included in our Indian Constitution on 24 Jan 1950. What is the Constitution? Our country runs on a set of rules which I have compiled in the book. This book is known as Constitution of the India. Okay. So what is the Constitution basically about? What Constitution give us right? What Constitution gives their citizens, and etc. etc. This deals by the preamble. So preambles what say? Preamble what say about what Constitution is stand for. Next, our Constitution give us some right which known as the fundamental rights, like we have right to equality, we have right to freedom, we have right to right against the exploitations, right to freedom of religions, culture and the educational rights, right to the constitutional remedies. These are the fundamental rights which our Constitution guarantee us to give by the state government. And at the same time, our Constitution say we have the sub duties also. This duty is known as the fundamental duty. The total duty are the 11. About the fundamental rights and the fundamental duty and the Constitution, we will read in the third book, Social and the Political Life. So thanks for the listening. God bless you all.